Hey, we're starting the podcast.
This is going to be a cold opening, maybe.
All right, let's do it. No intro. Welcome to this episode, first episode of Applebee's After Youth Podcast, featuring special guests Daniel Zarate Hernandez, McQuay Jacobs, and Wyatt Bennell.
Well, you and me, McQuay, we're going to be like regular people here.
We're regulars?
We're regulars.
Featuring special guest Daniel Zarate Hernandez. Daniel, tell us a few things about yourself.
I own a lot of devices, like a Nintendo Switch, PS3, PS4 virtual headset, PS4, two PS3s, 4 Rukus, and 1 Nintendo Switch.
For those out there who don't know what a Ruku is, could you explain?
A Ruku is basically...
Do you mean a Roku?
Yeah, Roku.
Okay, gotcha.
I was about to say, if no one...
Is a Roku a console? I thought that's what you watch TV
how about just
on.
consoles?
Oh, yeah.
Just gaming consoles.
Okay.
Because, this is a gaming podcast.
I have 4.
I don't know if it's a gaming podcast.
I have 4.
Okay, this is a gaming podcast?
I don't know.
All right,
We're just talking about stuff.
One second.
What are your other accolades besides systems you own? Like, tell the people, like, what you are aspiring to be as a future career. What grade are you in?
I'm in grade 7. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future.
Grade 7? No future career at this point in time. What are your gifts and abilities? What are you good at?
I'm good at... I don't know.
Speedrunning video games?
Dude, I was watching Daniel play Ocarina of Time on the GameCube, on the Nintendo GameCube, and I swear this kid was pulling out all the stops. Like he was using techniques that probably won't be mainstream until like 20 years in the future.
I glitched through the magical barrier.
It wasn't TAS either. No tools assisted.
Yeah, no. I glitched through the magic barrier at Gandalf's castle. I angled it and used it.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, if you will. For all my Nacho Libre fans out there, that's a reference. So, Daniel, what would you say the greatest video game of all time is, and why?
Okay. I have to say, the only PS3 version of Minecraft.
PS3 version of Minecraft?
The only version, before the one.
Like which update?
Like vanilla Minecraft.
We're talking about old, like when Stampy's house was in the game.
My favorite version of Minecraft is 1.8. That's my favorite update. First, it was the update that I played the most of when I was a kid. It had all of my favorite mods on it. I know all those mods are for 1.12 now, but, it was pre-1.9, which is when they introduced the terrible combat.
Before we get too deep into this podcast, do we all know what we're going to order?
I don't know.
I know exactly what I'm going to order.
I have this.
That's money. Good. What kind of food do you want? You want to get an order of boneless wings?
I think I'll just have... I think I'll just...
Chocolate milk?
You know what I might have? At the end of this, I might order some chicken. I might order some chicken quesadillas and
Take them to go.
Yeah, take them to go.
Just order them now, and then you can box them later.
Yeah.
All right, chicken quesadillas, got it. With no veggies.
No veggies.
Can I try the new Mountain Dew? Is it good?
I've never tried it, but literally everyone's drinking it today, so I'm assuming it's good.
All right, I'm going for it.
Okay.
And do you mind if you order, Chip?
Perfect. That would be me.
Okay, awesome. I'll get an order of garlic parmesan boneless wings with ranch.
Perfect.
And an order of mozzarella sticks, please.
I will get an order of chicken quesadillas, no vegetables, and a drink.
You got to tell her what drink.
I'll take the new Mountain Dew.
New Mountain Dew.
Whoa. I think it's
What is the
Fuel.
new Mountain Dew
Did you say
anyway?
no veggies and then what?
Out of this world flavor. Dark berry blast.
It's bash.
No veggies,
You dyslexic?
and the new Mountain Dew. Perfect.
What would you like?
I would like chicken quesadillas, sweet Asian boneless wings with ranch, and dark berry blue bash.
Sounds good. It's a tongue twister, so I just
Yeah, it
have to
is.
do.
Thanks, Paige. Appreciate
Here,
it.
I'll give you a tip.
Well, thank you.
Awesome. A little out of order, but good job. Hi, Jenna. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
How many people do you know here?
All right, thanks.
So, anyways, this,
I've worked here.
this is
Let me tell you about Applebee's. So, just to kind of transition out of the gaming talk, if you're looking for a good job, here's the thing that I would say. Serving industry is definitely the best because you can receive tips. And also, you can eat copious amount of food without anyone saying anything to you. Even though you pack on weight, you get to explore the menu quite a bit.
What? Is that like discounts? Are you talking discounts or like?
Well, if you work here at Applebee's, you get free meals, which is
That's nice.
exciting.
We get that at Culver's as well.
Anyway, should we transition back into gaming? What would you say is the best video game of all time?
okay.
No, is this based on my opinion
Halo
or is this like factual?
Okay, your opinion.
My opinion.
You said Minecraft already.
I think
Yeah, you said Minecraft.
You said
The
you think
earliest
number 2 is
version of
Halo Reach?
Minecraft.
Halo Reach for the Xbox 360.
Okay, all right. Why? What do you think? Gaudy.
God, what's
Greatest
game of the greatest of all time?
Great.
That's GOAT.
Game of the year. Greatest game of all time.
It's gonna be like something
Okay.
like Fortnite or something.
No, me personally, probably Dark Souls, just because I've played through that game so many times. I've beaten it so many times. There's not a nook
Thank you.
and cranny. Thank you.
We're recording a podcast.
So, how much does a shrimp cost?
Thanks, John.
As I was saying,
How much does a shrimp cost?
This is electric.
How much does a shrimp
gosh.
cost again?
I don't know.
Woo!
$2. It's actually good.
that'll blast the hair off your fingernails.
And other places.
As I was saying, probably the first Dark Souls, just because I've played that game so many times. It's so solid.
The skill gap, you can play it and never be good at it.
No, I'm good at it, dude.
You're
I'm
not good.
I am good.
You want
Okay?
Can
There's
you,
not a nook and cranny of that game I do not know.
Okay.
Okay, if you're so good at well, I've never played.
So Jenna
But-
said she wants you back as a server.
Really?
Yeah.
How much is she
New
paying?
challenger approaching.
Okay.
You might get a Mr. Promotion.
Luke, we're recording the podcast. What would you say the greatest video game of all time is, and why?
You know what? I honestly think it's any type of Call of Duty just because, like, it's just cool shooting things.
Dude.
Shooting people is awesome. Thanks, Luke.
Yo, thank you for your input. It's greatly appreciated. You bring a lot of substance to this person. Dude, you hammered that quick. Listeners at home, you can't see this, but my co-host here, McQuaid, just slammed this blue drink. He's actually starting to glow. I think it might be radioactive.
Radioactive.
Like
And now
Imagine
for a
Dragon-
short,
like
and
a
now
radio-
for a short bit where we're gonna sing a cappella.
Wait, was that song by Imagine Dragons?
Right.
Imagine dragging these nuts over your face.
We're gonna have to edit that out.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna have to cut so much of this. I'm probably not even gonna do anything with this.
All right. Why don't you
This
guys
is
ask
fun.
me what I think the greatest game of all time is?
What is it?
Well, hey, McQuaid, what's the greatest game of all time
Yeah,
is?
Queen, what's the
That's
greatest
that's
game
your
of the-
opinion.
Well, since you're asking,
not holding a gun
since
to
you're
your head.
asking, I would have to say the greatest game of all time is either Counter-Strike Global Offensive, best competitive shooter ever
Oh,
created.
wait, so you're
You can
saying
play
the
it-
best in like?
Okay, no, I'm saying it's the best game ever, but that's biased. But I think it's the best competitive shooter ever, which I think is also the best genre.
Best
Okay.
genre of games, competitive shooter.
Correct.
I'd be the opposite.
Okay.
I
I ain't nobody going less ice,
Thank
more
you.
drink.
Bro, thank you. Appreciate it.
you know he needs it. This boy thirsty.
If I had to go best story game, BioShock Infinite is the best non-multiplayer game I've ever played.
I can agree with that. I can get down. I can get down with it on that opinion.
All right, next question that we just got in here from a live caller. If you could create any video game with perfect mechanics any style game you want with no limitations and no budget, what would you do? Daniel, first up.
Okay, I'd make Skyrim 6.
Skyrim 6? You mean Elder Scrolls 6?
Caught in the act.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, what would make it better than Skyrim? What?
Well, honestly, the other game that came out of Skyrim was Elder Scrolls Online, but we're gonna pass on that.
That's not a real game.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's not
liked
a real
that.
game.
That game
Elder
is bad.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Never played.
I don't
I'm
know.
not a nerd.
Elder Scrolls 6 might be anything. Since I have an infinite budget.
Let's say it's Skyrim with way better graphics, larger open world,
And a new main character.
and a new main character, not Dovahkiin. What would you say would make it just the best game you've ever played?
Okay, when I jump from when I walk into a room full of cheese, I will not instantly die. If you drop like 15 items and then like walk past it, you're gonna get hurt.
So you're gonna make an Elder Scrolls game if it was not made by Bethesda, essentially.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay,
This game, no, everything else will have bugs. We're only gonna
Bugs except death cheese, is what you're saying.
Daniel, do you think the game mechanic where you can put a bucket over someone's head and steal everything from their shop is a good mechanic or a bad mechanic?
That should be in every video game.
Honestly, I feel like in Elder Scrolls 6 that would be still an option, but I feel like there would be other stealth option of like knocking them out or something. Like
Okay.
Drinking their drink, pulling a Bill Cosby on them.
whatever, like you sneak behind them and you go, and like almost like a stealth attack, but you have a choice of killing them or you knock them out.
Or you make them your companion through force. All right. Next game idea. What would you do with unlimited budget, unlimited gaming capabilities in the creation process? Development.
I've actually had this idea a lot. Basically, what I would want a giant open world. I'm a sucker for like kind of apocalyptic, like post-apocalyptic type stuff.
Fallout style game.
Yeah, Fallout style kind of world. I love the
Just
like
not Fallout 76.
No, I'd want it to be a really big world, and I want it to be like separate servers. And on a server you pop in, and there's always that amount of people, but like a server that you connect with, and there's people running around, but the map is so big that if you run into someone, it's like, oh my gosh, I ran into someone. They might shoot me or not, and of course there'd be like NPCs walking around and stuff. There'd be quest lines here and there. I would try to not have stuff like retreat, like. I wouldn't want anything that a Ubisoft game would have, like a trailing mission. I hate trailing missions. Like anything from GTA.
Cut out all the garbage.
I'd want it to be, basically, I really want it to be kind of my love letter to Dark Souls in a way, but I want to try to implement that with like a third-person shooter aspect. So imagine like a kind of Dark Souls difficulty, kind of open world kind of thing, but it's a third-person
With
shooter.
PvE and PvP?
Yeah.
Imagine
That's...
76,
But it's not bad.
But 90% of the bugs are gone.
All right. Here's what I've got for my game design choice. I would essentially take Escape from Tarkov and implement a real-life cryptocurrency as the currency in the game. So
Oh my gosh.
it's Escape from Tarkov style, hyper-realistic. You can create and build any weapon you want. You can actually earn cryptocurrency by playing the game and trading items in-game, and you can take that out of the game for real-world money. The final thing is that the world is randomly generated and endless.
I actually have another thing to add. Another thing I'm thinking about is like making a 3D Terraria, like first-person 3D Terraria. And I'm not talking about Minecraft. I mean like realistic, like graphics.
Like you're fighting the wall of flesh.
Yeah, and it's like a giant flesh, and like you can go around, and it's got like really good collision detection. Like you can actually dig into the ground, and it looks like it's breaking apart. Obviously, it would have to be in segments because it would be a way too advanced to just have it like break apart anywhere. It would have to be in segments.
You know what I wanted to play?
but there'd be like generated caves and chests and everything.
VR. Terraria VR.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If there was a 3D VR,
VR.
exactly. Which is why, if I'm saying like it would have VR capabilities if it was like a 3D first-person
What
Terraria.
if they like? What if unless like what if? What
Sorry if I say Terraria, if that makes anyone angry.
I have a good idea.
Terraria.
Get over it.
What if they make Terraria too?
That's a horrible idea. Why wouldn't they just keep updating Terraria 1?
Well, they stopped updating.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay, it's a
actually, I got
perfect game. There's no reason to keep
I've got an idea
updating
for
it.
Terraria 2. Terraria 2 is in space.
There's already a Terraria in
too.
space.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
Oh, I forgot what it was called. It's like Star something.
Oh, Stardew Valley.
Not Stardew Valley.
Not Stardew Valley.
That's like Terraria and Animal
What?
Crossing have like a
Biscuits.
hybrid baby.
And it's trash.
Oh,
I heard it's pretty good.
No,
I
I
haven't
think
played
I've seen that.
It's like Stardust or something, and it's. I know for a fact that you can play as a monkey. There's a bunch of different races, and one of the races you can choose from, and they all have separate backstories that you can explore. It's a really cool game. I've played a little bit of it before, and one of them is like chimps that got really smart, like Planet of the Apes chimps, and they went to space and created their own civilization in space. And they're like one of the most advanced races. And you're just like a chimp in an astronaut costume. You can start off your journey out in the great unknown.
Any other hypothetical questions you guys want to ask for the podcast?
Yeah, I've been asking this to a couple people here and there. Would you rather have giant gorilla arms and like teeny little feet hanging off, like you don't have legs, but you just have these giant meaty arms, and you kind of walk around on those with big Wreck-It Ralph fists? Or would you want little hands coming out of your shoulders, but you have like super, like 10-foot long, super buff legs with big feet?
I think I would go with gorilla arms, because then I could just smash anybody I wanted to. And they'd probably work really well as weapons.
And you can actually walk.
You wouldn't want to kick people into the stratosphere with your giant legs?
No, I feel like I'd look weird, and no one
You'd
would
look
like
weird
me.
either way.
No,
You have little baby feet and giant, like,
I think
inhumanly
I
large
think I'd look
arms.
cool though.
All you have to do is
You'd
just
look
say
like a
you had
freak.
an
You get
accident.
shot on sight either way. Actually, no. You get shot on sight with the gorilla arms. A bird would fly into your head, and the other one, then you'd die.
Huh. Interesting hypothetical. Very interesting.
Oh, have you seen the video of the chimps fighting this pair of gorillas? It's like this video of these two gorillas, and this troop of chimps like surround them, and these gorillas are like punching these chimpanzees in the face, and these chimpanzees just keep coming like they're outnumbered, and these gorillas are like grabbing them by the legs and throwing them, they're like swinging them around and throwing them. It's awesome. I mean, the gorillas lose because, like, they don't lose like they get
They're
killed.
outnumbered?
They run away because they just are vastly outnumbered by the chimp onslaught.
Interesting. Daniel, what would you say the greatest movie of all time is?
Detective Pikachu.
Why? Detective Pikachu? What's the reasoning?
Bye, y'all.
See you guys.
It wouldn't be
Bye, Daniel.
Yeah.
What was?
Daniel, what would you say the greatest video game of all time is?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't even know if that picked up on the microphone.
Here's actually-
Stop asking people walking past questions.
Here's actually an interesting question. Do you think it's possible for a girl to be a real gamer?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know Pokemon.
Why do you think
one of the
here's-
greatest Samus players in Smash Ultimate, like
I've actually
professionally,
seen her
is
play
a
that. Is a female.
is a woman.
Here's a question. Why do you think men gravitate towards gaming more than females?
Because men are losers, dude.
True, we are losers.
We can't have babies.
5 seconds.
Why?
How chocolate is actually made?
We only have 2 holes. Wait.
Whoa.
Wait.
It's getting weird now.
Never
And
mind.
next topic.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but seriously,
yeah.
why do you think men gravitate towards gaming more than women?
Well, even then, like, gaming wasn't cool when it first came out. Like,
It still is. Okay, it still is pretty lame unless you're a jock.
but
and
even
you basically just
even
play like
jocks,
Call of Duty.
well, even jocks like will only play like Call of Duty
Fortnite.
or like FIFA or like 2K games. But still, they are gaming.
True, they are gaming. I do remember the cool kids in my school were talking about Call of Duty, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like you guys," and I tried relating to them, but
Tried
I was,
relating to them,
but like, nah, bro.
You play Smash Bros.
Right?
and-
I'm like a loser, like pimply nerd, and they just play Call of Duty because killing people's awesome, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Although
Interesting.
I'll have to say, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 goes hard. Rust, 2v,
Getting
1v1 on Rust.
YouTubed until someone gets a nuke and then
Just
kills you.
using a sniper. It's just a sniper only.
Here's what I'll say. I think men gravitate towards gaming more because it's a good escape. And I feel like guys especially have a hard time finding a community. I guess women do too, but they have different outlets, better outlets than men, I think. And
One thing that
and also guys like the idea of the adventure of a hero, if that makes sense. So like men love Star Wars, right? Where Luke's standing there and you've got the two suns and the music's
I
playing.
loved Star Wars.
Okay,
I'm not sure I
guys
love it much
freaking
now.
love that stuff.
I have the high ground.
Exactly. We love Star Wars. We love the hero's journey because I believe that we were created to go on a journey. And
Here's the plug. Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say the line?
you say it. I don't know the line.
We are called for a journey because the fridge is out of milk and I really want to eat my Captain Crunch peanut butter. My Captain Crunch Berry. Can I talk about that? Captain Crunch Oops All Berries.
I don't even
How annoying that is. Oops All Berries came out in that dropped in the 80s.
When your dad.
Also, the berries are the worst part of
I
Captain
know.
Crunch. I would rather have no berries.
Exactly.
I want Captain Crunch because I like Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Berries are just like worst version of Fruity Pebbles.
You know something?
What?
When your dad finally comes back from the store and got some milk.
But it's just like the Oops All Berries. That seems like okay. So like 3 freaks on the planet just want berries. Here's a special limited edition cereal for
Aiden
them.
is
But-
buying Oops All
But
Berries.
why would I don't even care if it's a box of all 8 berries. Why do you have to say oops on it? You've had decades to fix your mistake. Just remove the oops. It makes more
I think
sense.
actually the marketing
Just be like Captain Crunch all berries.
No, I think the marketing behind it. Actually, this is interesting. The marketing behind it is that somehow you think the
Peanut
berries.
butter Captain Crunch
The berries are rare, and they're somehow worth more. You know, because for whoever likes the berries, they're like, oh, there's only a certain amount in each box. So they say, oops, all berries. It makes it seem like it's like this accident that the berries are somehow really rare and sought after. So you get tricked into buying this terrible cereal because you think it's some rare, really exclusive cereal. When in reality, it probably costs less to make berries, and they're way worse.
Hello?
Daniel Sama's mom is calling.
What? Well, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Lock the door when you come back, okay?
Okay. Love you too. Bye. Cool.
Everyone give a hand up for Daniel's mom.
What'd she say? Was she concerned?
She said, oh, you're not home yet? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, yeah. But then lock the door when you come in.
Okay.
Speaking of which, me and my co-host McQuaid here, Daniel actually isn't here by his own will. We actually kidnapped him. He's just cool with it because we're at Applebee's and he gets to have delicious food.
I can have chicken quesadillas.
He gets to have some sick chicken quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
Speaking of Captain Crunch, favorite cereal?
Fruity
Oh, dude.
Pebbles.
Okay.
This is gonna be
I
hard.
I will name the best cereal. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles are F tier, bro.
Really?
Yes.
You said
Okay.
that like you were gonna say S tier.
No, F.
Like you said Fruity
Okay,
Pebbles.
the
S
best
tier.
cereal
but no, it's F, I guess. Okay.
Oh,
Is this because Levi talks so much hype about Fruity Pebbles?
No, all the and the love Fruity Pebbles. They're terrible.
I mean, I like it.
Listen.
It's not the best.
Are you ready?
Oh,
I'm gonna blow your mind right now, bro.
Oh, no.
Frosted Mini Wheats are the best cereal. In close second place is Rice Krispies with a little bit of sugar on top.
You use sugar?
Sometimes.
I use honey.
Honey's good too, but a little bit of sugar or a little bit
Honey's
of honey.
healthier.
You want to know
Honey's
something?
I can see that. But you are old, so
humongous box of that cereal,
Okay.
and no one in the house ate it.
Well, you guys are crazy. Also, let me just say, the other S tier cereals are Captain Crunch.
True.
Reese's Puffs are also S tier, lower end of S, close to A tier, and that's about it. What do you think, Wyatt? What's your favorite cereal?
Viewers, I'll get right back to you, McQuaid. But viewers, we're going to be releasing our official tier lists on the Twitter account for this podcast, if we ever make one.
Oh, also,
If this podcast ever sees the light of day.
it definitely will. Let me also say, there was a cereal back in the 90s and early 2000s that my father used to buy called King Vitamin, which is
King
now
Vitamin?
King
That sounds
Vitamin.
like a medication.
No, listen.
kid's gummy.
This cereal is now discontinued, but it's essentially everything good about Captain Crunch, but better. And they have discontinued it, and it's literally the best cereal I've ever had. But I haven't tasted it in over 15 years, so I can't actually remember if it's good. But at the time, it was the best cereal I've ever had. All right, Wyatt, what's your favorite cereal?
I will agree with you that Captain Crunch is definitely an S. Frosted Mini Wheats, I put that more at A because it's okay. To me, personally, I find it okay as a cereal. The only thing that would bump it up to S is the parts where it's two of them stuck together and they have double the frosting.
That is good.
That's always just a surprise. That would make it S tier, those moments. Just those pieces are S tier. But as a cereal, I'd put that A.
What if they coated the entire wheat in frosting? Would it be S tier then?
No,
or would that make it too sugary?
That would make it too sugary if you got that all the time. It wouldn't be that good. But the fact that it's a balanced amount of frosting, it's just when you get those singular pieces,
And
it's
they're really
oh my
exciting.
gosh. I know, it's exciting because it's a rare thing. If they released, oops, all frosting, that would be the worst cereal
It would be
ever.
terrible.
It would be diabetes in a bowl.
True. Okay, so your best cereal is Captain Crunch.
No, I didn't say that. Reese's Puffs are good, but whenever I eat them, I feel like garbage because it's literally just candy.
Yeah, it is candy. It's just Reese's.
Man, I didn't think about this. I used to hate Raisin Bran as a kid,
Raisin Bran,
and then I
blows on you.
and then I liked it for a long time, and then I stopped eating it, and then I ate it recently,
It's
and
actually
then I
good.
thought, no, this is trash. So
Really?
I went from hating it to loving it, and then hating it again.
Interesting.
I might love it again in a couple years.
It is weirdly good. The raisins are kind of candied a little bit, the sugar on them. Yeah, they're okay. I don't know.
I make you with
I don't know. I really prefer any cereal that has those little yogurt, dehydrated yogurt, the little
gotcha.
clusters.
Yep.
And just putting fresh fruit in that.
Fresh fruit?
That's probably S tier for me. My top brand cereals with the little sweet
fruit.
clusters,
Yep.
and yogurt, and just topping it off with some blueberries and strawberry slices, raspberries.
All right,
Something
nice.
fresh.
Daniel. Now, what would you say your favorite / the best cereal is?
Oh god. Okay. This might be a little controversial. I used to mix Captain Crunch with.
It's a mix-ins.
I used
This is
to.
custom.
So what I did was I would. So you know the almond raisins or whatever, that food that's supposed to help your mind,
Help your mind?
your brain or
Brain
something.
food cereal?
Yeah. So what I would do is pick out the raisins, put that at the bottom.
Are you talking about Raisin Bran?
Yeah, the raisin bran. So what I would
Take
do.
all the raisins.
So what I would do is I would put it in a cup and pour the milk. And wait, and then on the top would be the picked out raisin cereal, at second would be a little bit of Fruity Pebbles. At the end, it would, and like 70% of the cup would be Captain Crunch, and then I would flip it upside down, and if it would fit, it would be the best thing in the world.
This is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
So it's bran cereal, Fruity Pebbles, and Captain Crunch.
But just the raisins.
No, it's just a cereal. He picks out the raisins so he can just use the bran cereal.
Oh, you don't like the raisins?
So it's the bran cereal,
the
Captain Crunch, and then Fruity Pebbles. Not in that order, obviously.
Is this white milk or chocolate?
Who puts chocolate milk in this?
Daniel just mixed together 3 cereals.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so angry. We had chocolate milk, which is a rarity. Okay, when we were growing up, my mom or dad would never get chocolate milk.
Wasn't in the budget.
It was special, and we just get these giant bags of cereal. I remember she got like Cocoa Pebbles. It was like Cocoa Pebbles, which turns the milk into chocolate milk anyway.
Correct.
And like my brother Lincoln, I don't know how long ago this was, but it was enough. I think I might have been 13, and I'm 17 now, so maybe like 4 years ago. Oh my gosh, he poured like this big bowl, like it was coming up off top of the bowl, like he has to kind of hold it with his hand, and he poured chocolate milk on the Cocoa Pebbles for the ultimate chocolate experience.
That sounds disgusting.
And then my brother Marshall was like, "Oh my gosh, that looks good. I'm gonna try that." And then he does that, and then I come in. The chocolate milk's like all gone.
Completely gone.
It's completely gone because they have these giant bowls of Cocoa Pebbles, and the Cocoa Pebbles are gone. I didn't get any, and so I'm like, okay, so you guys ate all the cereal and you used up all the chocolate milk. You guys are jerks. Okay,
and it was probably nasty.
It was, They ended up not even being able to finish the milk. Like they ate all the cereal, and then they like took like 2 sips of the milk, and they're like, "Oh, this is too sweet." And then they just dumped I had to watch as they dumped all the chocolatey milk down the sink, and I was like, That
is sadistic.
That is terrible."
There's actually the worst
epitome
feeling
of American waste.
When you pour a bowl of cereal, and then your siblings drank all the milk, and all you have is just a dry bowl of cereal, and you're like, well, what do I do now?
Oh, is that when like they leave in the jug and it looks
it's like this much, or like zero, like literally 1% of the jug left?
And you kind of take the risk, like you're like, should I pour the cereal back in the box? No, I'm gonna risk it, and then you're like, oh no, that was not even enough milk. No,
Daniel, what were you gonna say?
So one time my sister ate. So there was like a pizza slice for me that my mom ordered for me last night. Not last night, but that night.
The night before.
The night before, this day. And my sister, I heard her sneak down.
Oh no.
I was like, what is she doing? So I followed her down.
This is intense.
I see her eat all of my pizza. And then after school, I go, Joel, I'm gas.
Sharpening your axe.
No. When she was in her room, I did do gas grenade inbound, and
you farted.
No, what I did was I got 2 air fresheners and just started spraying the room for like 30 minutes.
So your goal was to asphyxiate her.
Yes. And she said, stop.
Wow. Don't mess with a man's pizza.
When you're saying that, I remember years ago, I don't even think this was middle school. I think it was like middle school, late kids camp. Like during summer.
Okay.
And right?
Yep.
I'm not going to say his last name because,
confidentiality.
But his name was and, Willie was this big kid. He's kind of like one of those smelly kids, But he'd always bring around like 2 things of Axe, because he didn't have time for showers, but he sprayed down some Axe every once in a while, And I don't know if any of you guys know this, but Axe does not smell good. And he'd already spray enough. Like we had a week of having to deal with him spraying it on himself every like morning. But he was in the cabin that we're in. His brother was in it as well, And I don't know what got them all riled up, but I remember his brother grabbed both of his axe cans, flipped over the lids with his thumbs like they were grenades, and then started spraying the whole room. Like, it was like chemical warfare. You could not breathe in that room.
When the ale smells funny.
And as revenge, took his brother's underpants that he'd worn and slingshotted them with both of his thumbs on top of the cabin roof, and they stayed up there the whole week.
No, you want to know something? When you smell mustard in the ale,
Mustard?
in the ale,
Okay.
Mustard gas?
yes.
I accidentally made mustard gas once trying to clean the bathroom.
When you're German and the
Really?
ale and the ale goes the opposite way.
Yeah.
I can't wait to make a mustard sandwich. I can already smell the mustard.
I'm totally lost on this bit.
So in World
Get it? Because mustard gas smells like mustard, but it's dangerous. World War II, the Germans smell the mustard. They want to make a cool German Black Forest ham with stone ground mustard sandwich on their rye bread.
No. When you're German and you feel the wind change. When I come back, I want to have a mustard sandwich. In the trenches, I can already smell the mustard.
Anyways, next topic. What would you say the greatest film of all time is, Daniel?
Okay, this might be what it comes down to.
I already asked you this, but you said an answer which we shall not repeat.
Wait, what was the answer we shall not repeat? Could you repeat it to me?
It was like Pikachu Go or something like that.
Detective Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu.
Dude, that movie actually was pretty good.
Was it good? I didn't watch it.
It's like,
Ryan
as
Reynolds.
video game movies go,
It's one of the best?
Yeah, it's one of the best. And just,
Better than Ready Player One?
well, that doesn't count. Like a movie based off of like a game.
Video game?
Yeah.
Do you think the Chris Pratt Mario movie will be a
Sonic-
success?
I hope so. I sure hope so. The cast is so funny.
It's stacked.
It's stacked.
What?
Nintendo
Okay.
pulled out all the stocks.
Yes.
Okay.
Or stops. I don't know how the phrase goes.
Favorite. And I mean, when I say my favorite, I mean my favorite.
Stops. Anyways,
So,
Detective Pikachu's your favorite movie. Why?
it's my favorite movie, but my favorite show on Netflix. When I was young, I have two opinions now.
When you were young, like you're still
yes.
not young.
Right now, when I'm young.
Can I guess? Is it Ninjago?
No.
Is it Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
The Lego
No.
Ninjago movie
Okay, what is
the
it?
weakest of the
My
three.
Little Pony.
Wait,
Daniel's
show?
a
Is this
brony?
show?
Yeah, My Little
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched a lot of My Little Pony when I was
too.
younger.
I like to watch the Horntail series.
I had to find
However, there was a point where I cut off because it was actually a decent show.
Right.
It was actually a really decent show up until a point. It was like it got to a point where they turned one of the like evil villain characters into a good character.
Thank you.
And I forgot what her name was, but it just I don't know.
That's okay. No problem.
I'm getting this waitress really getting on my nerves. She keeps interrupting the podcast, and I'm just not having it. I'm not having it.
Okay.
I swear. When she
Wyatt.
comes with
Wyatt.
if she says anything when she comes with our food,
Wyatt. What is your favorite film of all time? Answer the question.
Favorite? I don't watch movies, bro.
You've never seen a movie?
I have seen movies, but
So what's your favorite one?
well, I haven't even seen like I'm not out of touch as Brady is or Brody.
Brady?
I don't know why I said
Has never-
Brody. I got his name right.
Has
the
never
first time.
seen any movie?
I'm not as out of touch
He's
as
only
him.
seen one movie. It's Ted 2. That's it.
They made a second one.
Yes. Thank
Right
you.
in the middle.
I'll take them. Thank you.
Garlic pepper and wings.
Yep. Thanks.
Okay, sweet Asian wings.
I'll take that.
I'll be right back with more.
Thanks, Jenna.
I'm a sweet Asian head. You know it. And this.
Insidious? Me! Alright. I do a little bit warm, okay?
Is there one with no pico?
No.
Probably that one.
It looks like... I think it's this one.
Yeah, it was that one. I can see it. That one's yours. All right. Thank
You're
you.
like, thank goodness.
You're good, Daniel.
And this podcast has
Just on
done
the
a
side.
180 turned mukbang. And you know, we're only gonna. That's gonna be Patreon exclusive, okay? To hear our beautiful voices munching and chewing. I feel like this is a good point to wrap it up.
Yeah.
My phone's about to die. Did you know we were recording this on a phone? Bet you didn't, because it sounds so professional.
I'll wrap it up with the best movie of all time, which is Nacho Libre, featuring Jack Black, where he's a fat luchador who feeds.
Everyone knows what Nacho Libre is, dude. You don't need to explain.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, wrap it up. Thanks. Tune in to our next episode.
Actually, I do have my
next
answer
week,
to your
Wednesday.
question.
At
Good Burger's the
Applebee's.
best movie of all time. Bye.